Across the country, a day of walkouts, protests, and listening. Students telling adults they're done letting them control the message on this issue. It's time for a change.
Honestly, looking at people and just like when you turn the news channel on, this movement is everywhere. So what better way is it to just go out there and protest about it, and we know that our voices are going to be heard.
Outside the White House, students from across the D.C. area stood for hours, mourning the loss of their peers.
Those kids have a future. I mean, I just can't believe that a 19-year-old kid could take a future away from other people's hands. Like it's just absolutely absurd. It's crazy.
And focusing on gun law reform, specifically the laws on assault weapons.
I don't know what you think you're doing if you have a gun like that. You clearly want to harm people, and it just needs to be put on and stop.
But inside the White House, an even more somber tone.
My daughter has no voice. She was murdered last week, and she was taken from us. Shot 9 times on the 3rd floor. We, as a country, failed our children. This shouldn't happen. How many children have to get shot?
Parents and students affected by the Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School shooting met parents of Sandy Hook and Columbine victims.
How do we not stop this after Columbine, after Sandy Hook? I'm sitting with a mother that lost her son. I don't understand why I could still go in a store and buy a weapon of war.
The president discussed the possibility of making schools more secure by arming teachers. The room was pretty divided on the topic. He also touched on background checks and bump stocks. Parents discussed preventing these massacres by offering more mental health help in schools. The room mostly stayed away from banning assault rifles, but did discuss how easy it is to buy weapons. All these conversations need to be had because right now, students say they don't feel safe.
You never know when it's coming to you. You never know when it's going to happen to you. You never know when you're going to send your kid out or your loved one and they're not going to come back home safely.
And they want to walk into school and do what they're there to do, learn.